With Donald Trump's claim this week that Twitter was somehow out to get him, that there is apparently a huge anti-conservative bias in social media, he ended up signing the executive order that eventually the courts are going to overturn, so I'm not even that concerned about it. Yes, it's, fascist for him to do that, but don't worry, we've got an election coming up, we can handle it, and if we don't, we deserve what we get, right? Nevertheless, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook guy, came out after Donald Trump had his first meltdown about Twitter fact-checking him and decided to pander to the president a little bit by saying, quote, "I just believe strongly that Facebook shouldn't be the arbiter of truth of everything that people say online. Private companies probably shouldn't be, especially these platform companies shouldn't be in the position of doing that." Here's the thing, Zuck. It's not about being the arbiter of what is or what isn't true. Because you don't have to be the one to go out there and research and find out, like, is this no, there's other groups that actually do that, right? There's fact checkers out there. All you got to do is make an automated system to where that pops up. That's it. You don't have to go through individually and comment yourself and say, wait a minute, I don't think this is true. You don't even have to delete it. You can just kind of do what you're already doing, which is, hey, this can't be verified by anybody and it appears to be fake or spam or whatever it is. Facebook's already doing that, you idiot. And here you are trying to suck up to the president saying that, oh, I don't think we should do that, but you already are. You already are. Nancy Pelosi, to her credit, also called out Mark Zuckerberg for this. Nancy Pelosi, after Zuckerberg made his comments, made these comments about Zuck. She said, they don't want to be regulated, so they pander to the White House. You see, what Facebook Zuckerberg is saying today, all about all of this. They're just pandering. And yes, in this instance, Nancy Pelosi is right. Nancy Pelosi is correct. And Nancy Pelosi did the right thing. Those are things we don't get to say very often on here, but she did. Because she is right. That is what Zuckerberg is doing. Zuckerberg is terrified of regulation. That is why he has gone and quietly met with Congress. Not that weird, awkward, robot-like hearing that we had to witness, but the fundraiser type things that he does. And, the meeting behind closed doors and meeting with members of the Trump administration. He doesn't want to be regulated. He's facing a lot of lawsuits right now for all kinds of things, right? There's the data scraping, there's the privacy violations, there's the labor law violations with their job postings on their what? Yeah, they've got a lot of legal problems right now and could be facing potential breakup by the federal government if Donald Trump doesn't win re-election this year and if Republicans don't retain control of the Senate. Democrats have expressed lots of interest in breaking up Facebook, and I'm right there with them. Hell yeah, there's clearly antitrust things going on. Zuckerberg doesn't want that because that's going to mean fewer profits for him, even though he's got more money than he could ever possibly spend. But that's why he's doing this. That's why he's out there pandering and saying like, oh, I think the president's right. I don't think we should be the arbiters of truth. That's got to be the worst Zuckerberg impression ever, by the way. It should have been more of the, I agree, I don't think we should be the arbiters of truth. But nevertheless, again, I'm sorry, my impressions are horrible. I'm not having a good time with that. But what I am understanding is that Zuckerberg is going to continue to kiss the president's behind if he thinks that's going to prevent him from being regulated. And for the time being, it might. But Zuckerberg has to understand eventually somebody is going to hold the office of the presidency that believes in regulation, and not just because they got fact check on Twitter, but because that's what U.S. law calls for. And Zuckerberg has been really skating the edges of those laws for far too long. And it's time for his company that has grown too big for even him to control to be broken up into smaller pieces.